It's Wednesday. Jazz and I are just at the movies. We've both got the day off, so we have decided to go see Ninja Turtles, and I hope it's awesome. Good morning on this lovely Thursday morning. It's Thursday. Yesterday was a write-off as far as art goes. We were pretty much out all day. Spent the evening at my mother's. My hair is sticking out. Ugh. I'll fix that. So yeah, we went and saw Ninja Turtles, which was awesome. Highly recommend it. Much better than the first one. Then we stayed at my mum's. We watched Game of Thrones because they had Foxtel, and had dinner. Went home, got home about like 8, much earlier than we're usually home when we go out for dinner with friends or family. And it just felt like bedtime, so I just hopped into bed and we just watched TV. We ended up watching Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which I haven't watched in years, so that was awesome. And then during that I was writing notes. Now, what I'm working on at the moment, sort of pre-planning for when the Kickstarter stuff's done, and sort of getting ahead as well, with the baby due in less than 2 months now. 2 months! I need to start thinking of ways I need to draw in income. At the moment, work's not offering me full-time work. I don't know whether that's going to change, but I need to make sure that I've got money coming in to support us. Jazz will have annual leave and maternity leave for a while, which will keep us afloat, but I need to make sure that we've got extra money in the bank saved up in case of emergencies, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of emergencies. So I've been rallying my brain thinking about what's the most popular thing of what I do, what sells the most. Now, from what I've gathered over the past year of freelancing, the biggest thing people will seem to like is the portraits. Now, I'm not a big fan of drawing portraits, but I'm capable of doing them. Most of them are realistic, and when I say realistic, it's like cartoon realistic. I'd like to do more where it's more a stylized cartoon or chibi portraits as well. So what I'm going to do, because mostly they all just come through my Facebook page, which I imagine can be confusing for people. There's like, you got to sift through everything. So what I'm going to do is create a Facebook page, and I might accompany it with like a Tumblr or something as well. I'm going to set up a separate email, and I'm going to call it Cartoon Portraits by Chris, assuming that no one's taken it. And what I'll be doing on there, so all the portraits I've already done, and I'll also be doing some samples. I'll be doing some chibi ones, so I might sort of shout out a friend and say, hey, I'm just going to do this free chibi portrait of you, if that's okay, because I need to use it for my website. If it's free, they probably won't care. They get free art, and for me, it's promotional material. So when it's all done and dusted, I'll have like a ton of not Instagram, but Instagram is probably a good idea too. But each post will be an advertisement with links and emails and everything, saying, hey, this is what you can get for this much. Come check it out. Email me if you're interested. It might take a little while to get traction, but if I just add everyone that's in my friends list, because I mean, like, I'm not biased as far as who I do the commission for, because it's just money in my pocket. And there will be tiered options as far as prices go. So I can just sort of go, okay, they want the chibi, that's that much. They want the realistic portrait, but they only want a half body, so that's that much. They want additional characters, that's an extra 50% per character, etc., etc. One, this draws people away from my main Facebook page in that regards. So anyone, I can just focus on, if I do fan art or creator and stuff, can do it just directly on that page. Anything portrait related goes on the Cartoon Portraits page. The email address will be the same as the page to make it easier for people to remember, and same again with the Instagram, things like that. So I don't know, I feel like that's going to be at least my main income for the next year or so, but hopefully there's growth from there. That's sort of the general idea. Doing these portraits will mean that I can do other things as well. And who knows if I can end up doing portraits and leave my job, or at least drop my hours and say, hey, I don't want to do extra days anymore. Hopefully that's sort of the goal, but really I just want to keep my family afloat, but I want to do that with artwork. So I was even dreaming about it last night, so it's something I definitely have to do. So that's what I'm going to focus on this morning. Then I'm off to lunch with Luke and Sam and Harper, just down the road. There's a shopping centre just down the road, so I'm going to meet them there. I'll go do groceries anyway, so that's a twofer. And then I'll be coming home to ink. I also need to do tonight's podcast. Being Thursday, I completely forgot, so I need to find someone who can record a podcast on the fly today. Hopefully. I don't know. There's a few guys I can think of. I just haven't asked anyone yet, so... And then I'll probably do some traditional inking or something for that video as well. But definitely need to get it up today. Either that, or I can use some old footage that I still have on the computer. Actually, I might do that. Yeah, I might do that. Yeah, I'll update later when I go for lunch. I'll catch you guys later.
Hi, how you doing? How is everybody out there in Radio Land?
Okay, I'm home now. Had a wicked lunch with Sam, Luke, and got to play with Harper and give her some cuddles. She was getting pretty restless because she just wanted to crawl around, so not too many cuddles, but we had to play. She was definitely very giggly and fun, so yeah, that was cool. Nice little insight to what it's going to be like to have kids soon. I can't wait. So, thanks guys for letting me play with it. Just finished off inking page 17, which is I'll show you guys a bit more there. This is just as our hero gets into the main town in the world of Nevermorrow. So I only have a few more pages left to go. Very excited. I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea, and then I am back into it. Page 18. Bought this coffee before when I went to the shops. It's disgusting, and it's gross, and horrible, and I can't believe I got it. Now I'm going to have to get another can of coffee, because tomorrow I refuse to drink it. It's crap. Nescafe sucks. Don't drink it. Okay, Friday's in full force. So far I've already been down to Officeworks because I had to get something printed. While I was there, I thought I might as well get some paper because I'm out and we're going to need them for the commissions for the Kickstarter soon, which I'll be shooting out, getting those details in a couple of weeks. So I figure if I've got it, I might as well grab it now, and then it's out of the way, I don't have to stress then. Then I dropped some prints off to a friend who purchased a portrait. Actually, while I was at Officeworks, because I had the stuff printed and it was sitting out on the table, someone came up and asked me like, "Oh, did you draw that?" And it happens a lot. Like I'm used to it. I'm sure most of you artists are. When you get stuff printed at Officeworks or your printers wherever you go, there's usually someone there like, oh wow, did you draw that? And it's always, you know, nice and humbling. This time around she actually asked for a business card, which was awesome. She had some work that she thought my work would fit, so really good timing. Glad I went down because I was going to put it off this morning, so obviously it was meant to be. So hopefully I'll hear back from her. Yep, then I dropped off the prints. I got myself a free muffin. She works at a barbecue galore, so they cook like muffins and bread and stuff in the barbecues. So I got a delicious muffin, which was yum. It was a chocolate and white chocolate chip. Now I'm off to the shops to get some quick groceries. I'm off to Matt's for a quick coffee because I didn't catch up with him on Wednesday because I was busy. And then it's home to do more inking. So I think I've got officially 5 pages done. I finished 1.5 pages yesterday. So then I'll finish that off and then I'll just keep going. Jazz is working late tonight, which sucks because I'll be alone, but it also means that's extra time in the evening that I'll get some work done. So get myself something easy to make for dinner and then whoop, bump it. And then I'll just keep drawing till the night until Jazz gets home. I think that's a good plan. Hi-ho, hi-ho, it's off to work I go. It's Saturday morning and I'm off to work. Yep, been a busy day. Yesterday, not today. Today it's like nearly 10 in the morning. Has been a busy morning though. But yesterday, to recap from the rest of my evening, I've been recently talking to a new friend who I've met through YouTube, who's really rad and actually lives in Melbourne, and is also an artist, and has introduced me to a whole new sort of world of art and, you know, art on the internet and things like that. And we ended up doing because I was just really unmotivated, I just couldn't get anything done, super distracted just by like the internet and stuff, just something I really need to get a handle on, like always. We ended up doing a live multi-stream art jam sort of thing, where through a website called Picato. Now, I think I'm still learning it. Like, I sort of just got thrown right into the deep end, and I was like, whoa. Luckily, I had like the software to stream through it, but it seems to be like Twitch, but more dedicated to creatives rather than gamers. So there's like a ton of artists on there streaming all the time, and it's constantly like refreshing on the home screen, like for people who are drawing that, so better chances of being noticed. I don't know how long this site's been around or how big it is, but awesome fun. So we were just jamming for a couple of hours. We had a Skype chat going as well, so we're just talking to each other and other people who were in there as well, and it was cool. I'm definitely gonna have to set up my webcam properly, so I've got like a nice little border with all my details on there, so when I stream it'll constantly have my info on there. But other than that, like, it was pretty rad, and I think I'm going to continue using it. On there I had like an alias, my Foolish Warlock alias, for those of you who know me for a while. This is one I had a little while ago, just because I wasn't sure if I wanted to attribute my name to it, but it doesn't matter because my website was on there anyway. But yeah, I had recently tried to stream on Twitch many months ago and failed abysmally. I also tried to do on YouTube and again failed abysmally. For whatever reason, my computer my internet connection just sucks as far as live streaming goes. But I had no issues with Picato, and the lag was very minimal. So chatting to people, it wasn't as long a delay. So if people were chatting to me or chatting to us, it was probably maybe 30 seconds, if that, less, I reckon. So awesome, definitely going to continue to use it. And then there's like, yeah, as I said, we did a multi-stream. So you can just stream normally for a free account, but this friend of mine upgraded their account to premium, which allows a multi-stream, which means you can have more than one person streaming at the same time. And that confused me at first. I was like, how does that work? Like, how are we all drawing on the same thing at the same time? And what it is, essentially, it's kind of like a Google Hangout where you've got 3 or 4 people chatting, but instead of it switching between faces, you've got all of those screens up on your screen. And I didn't play around with it too much, but I imagine you could probably zoom in and out onto specific people's streams if you wanted to. So I think this is going to come in really handy once I start going back to digital after Nevermorrow is done. Especially because I've got a few pages left on Nevermorrow, and then it's all just lettering and things like that, so I can't really sort of publicize that, because otherwise it ruins the story for anyone who jumps on. I just want to avoid that happening. But once I get back into it afterwards, or if I'm just doing random art, or if I'm doing commissions and stuff, I'll definitely consider using that. And I think it also sets up like a tipping system, so this is something I'm new to as well. Apparently people tip you as you draw, and like, you know, if you're good enough, I suppose. And they also do like live commissions as well, so they pay you and you do the commission like on the spot while you're drawing. So say if I set like $30 for an hour, they'll just say, hey, draw this, and then you set an hour and then you draw that, which seems really cool. And I'm learning way more about commission types. I mean, this person's from a furry community background, although I think they're trying to get away from it at the moment. I was asking, because I've got friends who are in the furry community, and they do some interesting commission styles which I've never heard of. Usually people just go, oh hey, can you draw me this? And I go, yeah, cool, give me money, and then I draw it, and that's it. Apparently there's different ways people are doing it. People are doing auctions now, so some people actually will auction off their commission slots. So if, you know, they don't have a lot of time and they can only do 1 or 2 commissions, they will auction that off to the highest bidder. The highest bidder will get the commission slot, so on and so forth. Or some even do original characters, and they sell their original characters off to commissioners. So say I created an original character which was like Commando Rabbit, who had like really cool commando gear and big guns and stuff, and I wasn't going to do anything with it. I could put it up on one of those sites and say, this is for auction. Once you own it, you get all the art, and this is, this becomes your original character. So apparently that's a thing too. I think that's a fickle idea though, because I mean, like, even I've drawn it, so if I ever do an art book, I might want to use that in my art book. So I imagine there's things where it's like, okay, like, this is yours, but I'm going to use at least this piece of art to go in my art book or something. I don't know. I'm sure there's ways around it and paperwork. Coffee break. Why do we say I know it's refreshing, but still, I think it's a weird thing. Yeah, so it's really opened my eyes to a different world. I'm thinking of sort of moving on to a new online art community. I'm not really part of anything at the moment, which is probably why I don't get a lot of commissions. But once the comic's done, I can now start focusing on just doing single characters and commissions again properly, which is what I really, really want to do. As much as I love comics, like, if I could just make a living just drawing commissions, I'm all for it. And then all my spare time is just drawing comics. So if there is spare time left, from the baby and family and work and all that. So yeah, I don't know, my mind's in an odd place. I mean, like, I'm not opposed to drawing furry art. I mean, to me, art's art. Someone says, oh, can you draw this for me? I'm like, yeah, cool, awesome, I don't really care what the topic is, as long as it's awesome and it's sort of within my morals. I'm not going to shy away if someone says, oh, can you draw someone topless? I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Just, if that's the case, maybe I just won't post it publicly and they get to keep it privately or whatever. I don't know, but I'm definitely learning about this sort of new community, and it's really got me intrigued, and it seems like it's a real good way to make a living as an artist if you know how to run a business, which I feel I'm pretty confident in that. So if I can charge the appropriate amount and get work done efficiently, I reckon I could make it viable. When I think about it, like, if I can make a minimum of $500 a week just drawing, minimum, then I can be in a comfortable space. Just anything else extra is just bonus, which means I can get put towards savings and things like that. And commissions are just sort of the beginning, because then I'd love to get into art prints. And then also discovered this thing called folios. Now, this confused me at first. I thought people were just selling folios of all their art, just thinking like, well, that's just an art book. No, apparently what they're doing, again, this is sort of the original character idea, they're doing one character. in a singular pose, super detailed and such. But then what they're doing is they're changing the outfits and things like that. So you'll buy a folio, and it'll come with, say, 10 images, and those 10 images will be variations of that character. So they might have a different outfit, or they might be sort of slightly adjusted, different facial expressions and things like that. And they'll sell a folio for like $10 each, and that's just mind-blowing to me. So this is a whole new world, and I'm sure the more I explore it, the more I'll explain it to you. Okay, I'm on my way home from work. I ran out of time to finish up what I was going to say on my way to work. And I did plan on updating while I was at work. Man, it was absolutely crazy. We got in, the computers weren't working, then the scanner stopped working, and then we were just customers everywhere. I don't think we even got a break till about 2 o'clock. It was crazy. So going back to before, when I was like, hey, I hope it's crappy weather and it's really quiet, it was the exact polar opposite, and it sucked. So either way, it's 4 o'clock, it's done, I'm on my way home. Jazz and I are going toy shopping because there's the big toy sale on at the moment. We figured if we put some stuff on layby for Christmas, we'll have some cool toys for April by the time she's 4 months old, which I think that's cool. Plus it gives me a chance to look at some toys too. Maybe I'll put some toys on layby for myself. Okay, so thinking back to what I was saying before, so yeah, learned all about all the commission stuff. That was really cool. Back to what I'd actually got done work-wise. Yesterday I finally finished page 19 and 20. So I finished 2 pages, which is fantastic. I now have 4 pages left, 2 of which are already printed out, ready to go, and then 2 more I had to pencil, or at least half pencil. What had happened was, originally it was only meant to be 23 pages, and the first page was going to be just a pitch black page with a bit of text. Decided to scrap that because I hadn't actually sort of planned it in the outline anyway. And the very last panel on page 23, which was 2/3 of the page, I really felt like it could have been a whole page on its own as a giant reveal, or at least sort of like a giant cliffhanger. Even though there's not going to be a sequel to this, it sort of really leaves you sitting on the edge of your seat. So I thought this would be better suited to a single page, and then I could just extend page 23. So this morning I jumped on the computer, I slept in, I planned to get up at 6. Apparently my alarm went off and I turned it off, but that didn't happen. It did happen, but I don't remember it. Woke up at about 7:30, flipped out, thought, crap. Didn't have to start work till 10, so it still gave me about an hour to do some work. So I caught up on some videos, on Gazbot's videos and on Mike Emmerich videos, and managed to get those 2 penciled pages done. So pretty much just took that last panel, put it over into a new page, extended it, looks awesome, and now I increased the panel count, which is cool because the 2 panels that were originally at the top of that page 23, I moved to the middle. So I sort of elapsed on how it got to that point, which is, I won't say because it'll ruin it. And then I elaborated a bit further on up to the final cliffhanger. I think it really spans it out more. If I really wanted to, I probably could have gotten away with not doing it. But I think the book's going to be better off for it. So I'm definitely curious on people's thoughts on that when the book's done. So this afternoon, like I said, going baby shopping. I was hoping to get some inks done this afternoon. There's still a possibility I might. If I had a portable setup, I probably definitely would, but I don't. And it's a Saturday night. Jazz has to work tomorrow. She's having a bit of a rough time at work, and being pregnant as well. They're calling her in and doing stuff, and she's just a bit stressed. So this is her last week as well, so I might just chill out on the couch, spend some time with her. I'm sure she'll really appreciate it, because yeah, she just needs to de-stress, and once she's away from work, it's really going to help. I can't wait for her to finish work. It's going to be great. So yeah, tonight will be a write-off. I will definitely try and get up early tomorrow morning, and at least get 1 page ink. I'll probably stream it on Picarto if I do, so if you guys are up early enough. or late enough for you guys in the States. You'll probably catch it. It's probably too late telling you now because it'll already be done. And tomorrow during the day, I'm off to the city to hang out with Chumba and a few other artists. I don't even know who's coming yet, except for me and Jeff. I'm going into Classic Comics. I'm going to pick up I Hate Fairyland, the first trade, which I've had on hold for like 2 or 3 weeks. So I'm really keen to pick that up. And then Burgers for Lunch and Drawing. So it should be a wicked one. I will catch you guys up tomorrow. So for now, I'm going toy shopping.
Okay, I'm on my way to the city. I'm running late because the dog decided to play some games in the backyard before I left. So now I'm running late, and I'm pretty sure I just missed my train, but another one's pulled up. So hopefully I'll be on time. I did plan my day early, so I was planning to get there at 11:30. Looks like I'm going to get there at 12. But oh well. Here we go. Alright, I'm on my way home. I just got back to my home station in Frankston after a pretty quick train ride, actually, which is good. We've got some churros left over, so I'm going to take them to Jazz so she can enjoy them with some hot chocolate sauce. And I've been catching up on the YouTube videos. Session was good. Did some drawing, and I went to the gallery, which was rad.
Okay, I'm in the car.
It's time to go home. I'm hoping that after dinner, like it's only just about 6 o'clock, I'm hoping by the time I get home, I hope Jazz cooked dinner. We're having steak, I believe. I'm gonna eat it up, delicious. And I'm hoping that she's cool with me jumping into the studio and getting some pages done, because I only got one panel done this morning, like a one double panel. And if I can finish it off, that means there's only 3 pages left for tomorrow and Tuesday afternoon, which will leave Wednesday, Thursday, Friday free for me to scan them and letter them and make any edits that I need to, which would mean that I'll be close to finishing the book. I'm stoked, it's crazy, it's nearly done. So today I picked up, we had lunch at the trailer park, again, because we love that place. Then went to Classic Comics. I picked up a copy of I Hate Fairyland, finally, the first trade, which I've been meaning to read for ages. So I'm really keen to read that. I might read it to the baby while it's still in the belly. And then we went down to the National Gallery of Victoria and checked out about 4 exhibits there, which was cool. We checked out some like 19th century art, 20th century art, and there was one which was like specifically watercolors, and then there was like a private collection which we got to check out as well. The watercolors were just absolutely amazing, really blew my mind, somewhat eye-opening, as in like I can't, you know, I'd love to get to that sort of level. Others where I can't believe this isn't a gallery and I know I could do this. So I'm fickle when it comes to galleries, because some art I love, some art it's just like, why did it make it here? So otherwise, for the most part, it was a good experience. So we hung out with Jeff, Logan and Cassandra, or Cassie Bean, as some of you might know her. It was a good day, solid day. I'm going home. Hopefully I'll be inking. It's nearly Monday, which means the video goes up tomorrow. What a quick week. Definitely a much fuller week than last week, so I'm happy. I'm happy that I've got more content for you guys this week.
It's 8 AM in the morning. Just turned 8 AM. I've worked in 2 hours. And I was supposed to get up at 6 and work, but it didn't happen because it was really cold. And I just struggled to get out. So, I've at least got an hour to get some stuff done before I have to get ready for work. So I decided I'm not going to turn the computer on, because I have a social network addiction. It's become quite apparent, and I really need to get on top of that. So I need to just start turning the computer off when I'm doing things like this, or blocking Facebook or whatever. So anyway, I finished page 21 last night, the inks, and I'm about to start page 22. I did plan on finishing it this morning in the 3 hours I would have had if I got up on time, but it looks like I might only get half done if I'm lucky, and I'll finish the rest tonight. I think we have baby class tonight, like our first baby class, so obviously that's going to cut into my evening, but that's okay. I've got the rest of the week. I'm still on deadline, I think today's the 18th or something, so I've still got like a day or two to make my deadline of the 20th, which is doable. I'll probably have to really definitely get up early tomorrow if I want to do that. Otherwise, it's nearing the end of this video. I just discovered it's Father's Day in America, so happy Father's Day to all you guys out there. We don't have our Father's Day till September, so I'm pretty sure it's September. So that'll be cool. That'll be after the baby's born, so I'm excited for that. I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm gonna ink this page. So I managed to ink 1/3 of page 21. So the plan is, hopefully I'll go home, I'm gonna edit this video. Hopefully that doesn't take too long, and I will finish the page off. We've got our appointment at 8 o'clock tonight for our baby class, and hopefully I don't know if that's going to go quick or not. I'm going to assume it's like an hour. Apparently we have 6 sessions, so 6-hour sessions over the next 6 weeks. So that's going to be very interesting. A lot of learning is going to happen there.
but depending what time I get home, hopefully that means I can either just continue on page 21 if it's not finished. Otherwise, I've still got to print out page 22. Page 22 I inked. And then 23 and 24 I've still got to print out. Like, I've got to adjust it, print it out, stick it together, and then put it on the pages. So that'll probably be my night. I probably won't attempt to ink them unless I have more time than I expect, but I don't reckon I'm going to be home until maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock at the latest. So that's going to be my evening spent anyway. So look, I finished at 3 today, and that gives me a good 4 hours, excluding dinner time and travel to the hospital for the appointment. So I reckon I can at least get a bit of work done. If I don't get the printing done, I can at least hopefully finish inks on page 22. So that is the goal for today. Tomorrow, I believe, is completely free in the afternoon. I'm not going to bother trying to get up early tomorrow. I think I'm just going to sleep in and enjoy it. Now that I'm nearing the end, it's and with the baby coming along, I'm thinking maybe I should try and enjoy some of these mornings before I'm going to be, life's going to get hectic. So, and that's sort of the plan of the comic book. That's why I wanted to get it finished at least a month beforehand, so I have a month of just cool down before the baby arrives. Roughly a month anyway. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm on my way to work. This is the end of the video. I want to say huge congratulations to Jan on finishing his 100 days. Congratulations, dude. I'm glad to see you persevering and going for the 200-day mark now. So I know I haven't commented, but I have been watching. I've been downloading I've got YouTube Red, so I've been downloading videos and watching them when I'm away from home, away from my Wi-Fi. So I don't generally comment because of that. But I am watching them, so congratulations, dude. I'm super proud of you and definitely keen to have a read. I think I've got a couple of episodes to catch up on you now. Mike, doing a killer job. I'm still behind on his videos. I know I'm sort of just watching them scattered at the moment, and that goes the same for Marsh. And yeah, I'm really behind on pretty much everyone's at the moment, which I feel really bad about, but I do want to get around to watching them. I'd say once I actually start lettering and doing all the digital side of things, I'll probably be watching a lot more. But now that I've been away from the computer a lot inking, I feel like that's the reason I've been put behind. So anyway, you guys are all doing great. For those of you I haven't watched, I can't wait to see what you guys are doing. Have a lovely week. Thank you for watching. Again, happy Father's Day to all you Americans over there. Hope you're having a ripper one. And I'll catch you all next week for making Nevermorrow. Bye.